When you're working on a scene, sometimes the more objects that you get in the scene and the more bones and the more lights and cameras, and you can get pretty complex scenes, and can become crowded. And in a crowded scene, it might be harder to pick smaller items. And what we can do is we can create a proxy item that will allow us to easily select another item that might be buried in a lot of other items in the scene. So what we can do is we can build a proxy item. So if we come over to items, I'm going to add a null. Anything can be a proxy item, but I'm going to call this cog for center of gravity, COG, and let's make it a ball shape, and we'll use everything else default. We can always go into the object properties panel and change these after we create it. Okay, and I'm going to move this over here so we can see it. Now it's pretty big. I probably wouldn't have it this big, but for this demonstration we'll at least be able to see it. And I'm creating a keyframe, so I'm just going to set that at 0 as well so that it's in the same location. Okay, so I want, whenever I select this item, I want it to go select the center of gravity bone, which is right here, which, depending on what angle we're viewing, it might be a little hard to grab. It's actually, this is an easy one to grab, but it'll be good for this demonstration. What if you're trying to get, something else, and if we have a lot of stuff going on in the scene, might not be as easy to see this, center of gravity bone. So with this selected, I'm going to go over to the Utilities tab, choose Master Plugins, and under Add Layout or Scene Master, I'm going to choose Proxy Pick. Okay, double click, and I need to choose what's going to be my proxy item, and I've got this selected so I can just see, yep, COG, so proxy object, I'm going to use the COG, and for the target item, it could be anything in the scene, so I'm going to go and pick the bone COG, okay, from the Quincy rig back here. If I'd like, I can apply a label, and it'll show the target line and the label right here of COG. I'm going to close this down. Let's select the light. Now, once we have this set up, anytime I go to select this item, it's not going to select this item. It's going to select the item that we set up in the proxy pick. So I'm going to click this, and notice this isn't selected, the bone selected. So what the proxy pick does is it translates the selection of one object, known as the proxy, that's this right here, into the selection of another, known as the target, and this is our target. Okay, so as you can see, this is much easier to select. It's away from all of these different items, so we can easily select this item, and once it's selected, of course, we can just move it and rotate it and do whatever we like. So you can have as many proxy items as you'd like, and on some character rigs I can have up to 6 to 8. It just depends. But it's not just for character rigs. You can just do it in the scene. Say there's certain lights, like a main key light that you want, and it's buried in a big scene. Well, you could have a couple proxy items off to the side and use those for selecting, either a certain camera or light or bones or objects or anything that you want. Now, if you ever want to actually select this item to move it, remember that every time you go to select it, it's going to go select its target. So you need to temporarily turn off the proxy pick so you can actually select it. So if the proxy pick plugin is active, you're not going to be able to select this, because every time you go to select it, it's going, oh yeah, you don't want to select this, you want to select the target. So just remember, you can disable it in the master plugins list found under the utilities tab. So that's just a quick look at proxy pick. It's great for heavy scenes that have a lot going on, and it can just really speed up the selection process right here in the viewport.